Welcome to Path of Diablo.
Okay, hello everybody. I hope everybody's doing well. I'm thanks Dariel for that. Yeah, thank you for coming everybody. I am super nervous but also super excited that we're doing some kind of event like this. When I saw BlizzCon, when I saw ExileCon, I thought, man, wouldn't that be cool if we could do some kind of announcement event for POD. So a lot of us on the team have been working really hard on new content and videos and some engine improvements and that kind of thing, where we're putting in a lot of work and we wanted to like surprise everyone on one day, one announcement, everything together, super hype and stuff like that. And yes, for the people the people wondering, we are going to be doing the ladder reset date, so stay tuned for that. But the first thing I want to do is I'd like to jump into a trailer, because we've never had a Path of Diablo trailer. So we've had trailers for our seasons, we've had trailers for some new features, but I thought it was about time to get a like a main trailer, official trailer for the mod. And thanks to the help of a music composer, thanks to the help of a video editor, as well as voice acting, I think that it came out really nicely. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. So here it goes.
Sanctuary, stuck between the two worlds that brought forth its creation, the high heavens and the burning hells. A dark wanderer travels east to unleash the great evil that the Haradrim and I sealed away so long ago. This corrupted man leaves nothing but death and destruction in his wake. Legions of hellish demons now defile the lands, forcing weakened mortals into refuge. The wanderer must be stopped before the prime evils are reunited. Heroes must rise to face this immense challenge, because humanity is the only hope for this world. Be prepared, hero. The Lord of Terror awaits. This is the hour of mortal man's triumph.
Not even death can save you from me.
There you go. So what do you guys think? Was that good? Man, I'm really proud of that, and especially thankful to the people who made that happen. Thanks to the video editor and the music composer, you'll be able to see their names at the end credits. So thank you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. Oh, it's it's been pretty exciting to work on this, and it feels so good. It feels really good to show you guys this. Okay, okay, let's get back on schedule here. I'm so my heart is pounding. Okay, so that was just the trailer for the mod, and you notice it doesn't really show anything new. It's just that we've never had such a video, and we wanted to do something really cool for it. But of course, we also have some new stuff coming along, and we wanted to show that as well. And we have another trailer, actually, to showcase something new that's coming out. This one I think is actually really unexpected. And we've spent a lot of time on it, and I hope that you guys enjoy the new feature and the new trailer showcasing it. What's cool about the upcoming trailer is that it gives you a little bit of a sneak peek into my life. So if you wanted to know what it's like to work on POD, well, you get a little bit of a sneak peek. So anyway, let's just jump right into the next trailer. Here we go.
So mobile games are kind of awesome, right? Pay to win microtransactions, time gates, energy bars, random nag screens, notifications, video ads, you get the idea. There's really a lot of opportunity for profit in mobile games. Plus, everyone has a phone, right?
So this is what it looks like. The controls are absolute shit. You gotta tap for each left click and long press for right click. So obviously there won't be any point in stacking faster cast rate. It's basically the game you'd expect, but just way worse.
Yeah, I actually love Path of Diablo. I'm so happy that it's finally on mobile now. I actually can't get enough of it, and I do have a phone, so it's perfect.
We were wondering, why aren't we in the mobile game space? That's where all the games are headed. So we thought, why don't we just make a gambling app first that just so happens to be a phone game?
And screw this, I'm done. Okay, so there it is. Path of Diablo mobile confirmed. Oh god, that's I've been trying to keep this one secret for so long, and it's nice to finally share all the memes. That was a lot of fun to make, and yeah, just so good. Okay, but obviously, now that we got the jokes out of the way and got the memes out of the way, you guys are really here to find out some information about the future. So what we're going to be doing is there's going to be a deep dive where I dive into a couple new features. I'm going to show you guys like a live demo of that. And but the thing is, to introduce those features and to introduce the ladder reset date, we made another trailer, a third trailer, and this one is going to be for the upcoming season. So without further ado, let's just jump right into another trailer. All right, so that was the season 9 trailer. I hope you guys are happy with what you saw, and I'm gonna be diving deeper into some of that stuff you saw. So don't worry if you want more details. I'm gonna provide that in a second here. But yeah, there it is. January 24th is gonna be the ladder reset, which is in just under 2 weeks. So if you have to call your boss at work, now's the time. Let them know you're gonna be busy this weekend or that weekend. So let's begin with the some of the deep dives. So the first thing I wanted to do was go into the website with more detail, because some of you probably have some questions. We're essentially removing the current trade site, moving into this new one, and so you guys have probably a ton of questions about certain aspects of it, and I'll cover all of that. But first, I think someone wants to ask us something.
Don't you mortals have phones?
Okay, really, Tyrael? Come on, man. All right, so let's dive into it. The first thing we want to look at. So here we go. This is the trade site right now. This is live. You can see hopefully you can see my cursor there. It's ready to go. So what's gonna happen is, after the stream is over, the website is launching right away. So you don't have to wait for 2 weeks to access the website. The website will launch immediately and will be usable with the current season. And that will allow us to test the website. So I encourage everybody after the stream to essentially go try to crash the website, right? Like list your items, do some searching, try to find some bugs. We would really appreciate it if you could help us, because there's undoubtedly going to be some bugs, but we are hoping to iron them out before the ladder reset on January 24th. So you'll be able to test that as soon as the stream's over, or shortly thereafter. So let's see, how does it work? Well, in the top right corner, you have the character storage. You can click that, and then it brings you to this view. At the bottom, you can switch characters. So I only have one at the moment, but if you had more, it would list them. It lists all your ladder characters. So those are the ones you're going to be able to view. So it's very quick and easy to switch between characters. There's actually no page load. It's just going to load straight away. Then you're able to click on some items, and then it previews them on the right hand side. There's my cursor. And you can list over here the whatever you want. So for example, if I wanted to sell this ring, I could just write for example, write 1 OOC and then list it for trade, and there it's gone. And now you can see that there's a yellow flag on the ring, and that means that it's for sale. So it's pretty quick at a glance to see what items you have for sale. Now, something we're working on, it's working at the moment, but we're still fiddling around with the triggers, is that you will not have to delete your trades. If, for example, I go into the game right now and I trade this ring away, the website will detect that the ring has moved, that the ring is no longer in this exact place, and so it'll delist the item for you. It'll assume that you either stashed it away and you don't want to sell it, or that you sold it away. So essentially, it'll check that your item is available. So anytime someone searches for your item, we're still tuning it, but ideally we're going to have it where as soon as you search for an item, whatever results show up, those are items that are actually still for sale. They're in the same place as before. So yeah, and then some of you are probably thinking, oh, what if I want to delist my items? What if I did want to remove my trades very quickly and I don't want to go through every character, every item? Well, luckily you can go to your profile page, and you can see here all my trades are listed here. So there's still this quick list here. So at a glance, you can see all your trades. You can see on what character they are, and it's very quick and easy to click all these delete buttons here. So you still have that quick and easy control over your trades. Another thing we're doing, let me go over to the trade now. So this is the new trade page, and what we're trying to do here is make it where it has everything that you guys had before and more. So, well, one thing that's obviously better, as you saw in the trailer, is that you can search for an item. So if, for example, you wanted a certain set piece or unique item, you could just put it in, and it will give you that exact item. But more than that, you can even use bases. So for example, if you were looking for Dust Shroud, oops, sorry. If you were looking for a Dust Shroud, you could search for that, and then it'll show you all the Dust Shrouds you can see here. But now this is not really that useful. For example, this one is magic. What about if I want a socketed one, right? Well, you have the option of choosing the rarity. So in this case, we want to put it to normal. There you go. Now you have your normal Dust Shroud. So it's pretty powerful. In terms of rare items, let's say I want to search for cold resist. Whoops. So here you can select a, it's like a formula, right? You're saying the property on this side is greater than or equal to this value over here. So in my case, I took the greater than and equal to. Then I search. So right now my search says, give me all items that have cold resist greater than or equal to 15. And of course, you can also choose an item slot. So for example, let's say I was looking for an upgrade just in the body armors. And then let's say I wanted a rare body armor because I can't afford a unique item. And you can see the trade is really quick. One of the things we did with the website is we upgraded the server, not just upgraded the servers, but we're using a very powerful and cluster-based server. I don't want to get into the details. I want to keep it simple, but the idea is that we have multiple servers that will spread the load of the search, and they are separate from the website. And so that means that when you search for something, it doesn't affect the load on the site, and it's very quick and responsive, and it's distributed, right? So it's not just one server handling everybody. So it's quite powerful. It was more expensive, but with thanks to everybody's support, we're able to do cool stuff like this. So we really appreciate it. Another thing I wanted to say is you can search by account here. So we put this in because we know that some people want to have shops, right, where you're saying like, hey, I want to show all my items for sale. Maybe I'm a streamer, maybe I'm someone in the community that trades a lot, and I want people to see all my items. They'll be able to search for your account name in the top right. Also, last time when we proposed this idea, one of the big problems that the community brought up was that they couldn't sell items. This is a buyer's sort of trading, right? In the sense of everybody lists their items, and then the buyers search for what they want and they buy it. But what about if you want to be a seller and you want to sort of advertise what you have and what you're looking for? This is where the want field comes into play. So let's say, for example, you were offering a high rune for some kind of item, some kind of unique item. Maybe you wanted to buy an enigma or something. Well, you could list your high rune, and then in the want page, you could write enigma, and then anybody who's looking for who has an Enigma and who's looking for a buyer can search Enigma here in the want field. We don't know how useful that will be. I think the buyer system is better, but this allows people to still do the seller system that we have in 1.0. So hopefully you guys like that. Yeah, so I mean, I don't need to explain much more. You guys know how this works. If you've played Path of Exile, you've seen this kind of website before. And of course, you can add more properties, and it's just a really powerful search. One thing we're looking for is after the stream, when you guys get your hands on this, please tell us what you feel is missing and things like that. We're going to be actively working on the website. So yeah, I hope you guys like that deep dive into the new trade site. Okay, the next thing I wanted to show, let's jump into the game. So we announced the widescreen. Here it is. You can see I'm running widescreen right now. I just wanted to explain a few things that we did to the engine. So one of the things is we added 16:9. So just to be clear, this is widescreen support. This is not HD. I know some people are going to be like, oh my god, this is HD support. No, HD begins at 1280 by 720. This is actually a little bit smaller than that. What that does though, and this is really cool, is it only increases your field of view by a small sliver on the left and a small sliver on the right, which means it has virtually no gameplay impact. So the monsters still behave the same and the distances don't matter, but it looks so much better. And of course, when you full screen it, it looks really amazing. As you can see on stream, it really makes a big difference, because the full screen mode used to really stretch it out and the game looked much too wide, or wider than it should be rather. Of course, this supports everything, glide, windowed, full screen, the usual. Everybody is going to be supported. With that said, we don't know. We don't know if this will work on every system. So far, so good. From the testing we've done, but performance will vary. So we're again looking for feedback. Now, you guys will also not have to wait for this feature. I don't know if it's immediately after the stream or the next day or so, but we are going to launch this right away so that you guys can start playing with it before January 24th. This way you guys can give us some feedback. Let us know if you have any bugs or anything we can fix, so that we get that stuff out of the way before January 24th. Another thing that I didn't show in the video, but that I thought you guys would really like, is how many people have played with Glide and they've had this annoying bug where when you open the game, it's got a bunch of letters and numbers in the top left corner, or when you're joining a new game. It's a terrible bug that's been plaguing the game for a long, long time. And with the latest Windows 10, it's even worse. It's affecting more people. Well, we have that fixed now, and that's going to be shipping as well after the stream or the next day. So that bug is gone. Finally, I'm so glad that that's fixed. So Glide is back, baby. Another thing I wanted to say is that we have another fix that will help a lot of people who have performance issues, because in Diablo 2, the way it works, and again, I won't be too technical, I'll keep it simple, but the way it seems to work is that the game runs at an extremely high frame rate, which is overkill because the actual game runs at 25 FPS, and it uses a full core. So no matter how powerful your computer is, no matter the specs of your computer, Diablo always eats an entire core and will take a lot of CPU. We'll be, again, this is going to be after the stream or tomorrow. We're also going to include a patch that has a CPU fix. And I'm telling you guys, you should see a huge performance improvement if you've had lag before. Like for me personally, the game was taking up about a quarter of my CPU usage, and now it's down to 1%. So that CPU fix is also coming out. within the next 24 hours or so, maybe even less than that. So again, please test that. We're going to release a patch on the launcher that enables those two options. So your Path of Diablo launcher will have those two new flags for the CPU fix and the widescreen support. Once you see those on your launcher, you'll know you have it, and you'll know that it's good to go, and you can test it out. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. There is more stuff that I want to talk about, but that's pretty much it for the engine, so we're going to close that out. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about in terms of new content, I decided that because there's no really nice way to present patch notes, and because I need as much time as I can get, I will not be showing the patch notes right now, but I promise you guys I will get it to you within 7 days or so. So this time around, I'm gonna do the final notes a week in advance instead of the tentative notes. So that's my plan. In the meantime, though, what I want to confirm is that there is going to be a new map. I know a lot of people have been excited about that, or hoping for that. Another thing that I want to talk about is I'm trying something new that I've never done before. If it works out, we're going to keep it permanently in the game. If people don't like it, then I'll remove it next season. But I want to trial this for a season. You saw kind of a preview of it in a way in the trailer video where there's a new necromancer skill, right? And that necromancer skill is doing a bleed type of damage. So I should actually hop on here and show you guys. So I don't have the curse fully worked out, so you see it looks like amplified damage. But what I just want to show you is that their life are degenning, and this is a sort of a pure type of damage, or a bleed damage. So it's not physical, and it's a degeneration type effect, right? Now, this is for the new skill, but what I also want to do is implement this on items. Let me show you. So, for example, we have these two uniques in the game that are 15% chance of open wounds and 25% chance of open wounds. And then I've added bleed damage for each of them. And my idea is that basically bleed, open wounds or bleed is not really a mechanic that's interesting in Diablo 2. Currently in Diablo 2, it only scales from your character level, and there's no other way to scale it. That's really kind of bad design and a stat that people don't care about. So what I'm going to be introducing in the next season is open wounds will now proc a low flat damage bleed that is not based on your level, just a flat damage. And then through items, you'll be able to scale that bleed and essentially turn any build that deals attack into a bleed build. So I'm hoping to see things like, for example, bleed with cleave, or bleed charge, things like that. That's kind of the idea. The reason why I'm being like apprehensive about it, or I'm looking for feedback about it, is because I don't want this to be a change that is too game changer. I hope that this still fits within vanilla. So I'm going to be looking for feedback at the end of the season about how you guys feel about it. But I think for one season we should try something out like this and see how it changes the game. If it's for the better, we'll keep it. Okay. So that's it, guys. There was some other stuff that I had planned, but I think we're just gonna save some good stuff as well for the patch notes. I don't want to spoil everything, and I know that the patch notes are very hype as well. So in a week, you guys are going to have another hype and exciting moment when you guys see the patch notes. I hope you guys like it. I won't give any spoilers, but what I will say is there's some new mechanics. There's been some improvements that allow me to do some stuff that I couldn't do before easily, and so that means that maybe there's going to be some unexpected stuff. Yeah, I just want to say, because I see a lot of people in chat mentioning Infernal Trial, the fact that the waypoint goes to Infernal Trial is irrelevant. It's just for testing purposes. That's how I do it for testing. So please ignore that. Infernal Trial is not going to be replacing Cold Plains waypoint, guys. Okay. Anyway, that's the event. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I also hope you guys will stick around for the end credits, because I want to shout out people that helped. Some people helped a lot, put a lot of time. Others just helped in a smaller way, but I still wanted to shout them out. So that's it. I hope you guys had fun. And if this was a lot of fun, and if you guys liked it, I don't know, maybe we could do it next year. But certainly I had a lot of fun, even though it was really stressful. So cool. Have a great rest of your weekend. I'll see you guys next week for the patch notes. Thank you for watching.